Hi guys, today I'm going to be reviewing a book. I didn't know whether or not to review this book individually. I'll just include it in a wrap-up because it is pretty small, but I figured I haven't got many reviews on this channel anyway, so I figured why not? The book is The Enchanter by Vladimir Nabokov, and this is actually a new book. I'll go into more detail about where I got it from and blah 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 in a book haul that I'm going to do in a couple of days. I'm still waiting for some books to arrive from places, so that's why I haven't done the book haul first. This was the first read of 2015, and it kicked things off to quite a weird start, I'm not gonna lie. This was written in 1939 in Russian, but it wasn't translated till English till 1986. It was translated by his son, Dmitry Nabokov, I believe, and it also has an essay at the end of this book, written by Dmitry on the book itself. This book is pre-Lolita, you know, the first draft of Lolita, you could say. It has very similar themes. It has an older man lusting after a younger girl, lots of kind of sinful language. You can see he's trying to kind of develop certain themes and certain characteristics in this book that will feed into Lolita later. That's really weird to say. Feed into Lolita later. Live in Vida Loca. Having read Lolita, I could definitely tell that he wrote this first, and it was kind of him trying things out before writing his big book. The themes in this book are kind of, you know, it's very uncomfortable to read because it is about a paedophile. It's not crude, but it is written quite boldly. Just going by the title, which is The Enchanter, you can kind of tell that, you know, he's not called a paedophile or anything like that in this book, and when he does certain things and thinks certain things, it's never, you know, told explicitly. It's a lot more, it leaves a lot more to your imagination. It's a lot more kind of using magic and fantasy and kind of using those images and stuff to create this kind of dark tale underneath. It looks at obsession as well. The characters are never named in this, which I thought was really interesting. You just literally have the man, the older woman and the young girl, and I thought that was quite intriguing. There's kind of a psychological fight within himself as well when he is, you know, struggling whether or not to pursue this girl. He knows that he shouldn't, but there's also a part of him that, you know, really just desires her. Yeah, it was really interesting to see the psychological side to it and the kind of inner workings of his mind trying to persuade him to or persuade him not to. Much like Lolita though, Nabokov somehow manages to make you feel sorry for the protagonist, which is, you know, a task in itself, but just something about the way he writes the characters, it just makes you just sympathise for them just completely, and you kind of get their situation and you understand it even though it's completely in the wrong. I don't have too much to say about this because, as I said, it's literally 60 pages long. I've read longer short stories before, so there's not too much detail going on. Obviously, you don't get as much character development and stuff as you do in Lolita. It's kind of like Lolita behind the scenes. It's kind of like the workings of Lolita. You know, sometimes comedy series do a pilot before they do the first episode, and it's kind of like that. It's kind of like he is finding his feet, trying to find what works and what doesn't. So I think if you read Lolita and enjoyed it, I think you would enjoy reading this. Maybe if you haven't tried anything by Nabokov, maybe start with Lolita. I gave this 3 stars just because I feel like I enjoyed it. It was quite a strange book to start the year off, quite a dark, twisted tale, but I did enjoy it. It just didn't get as much character development as Lolita, which I think I gave 4 stars, so that's why I had to give it 3. So that's it for my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I don't feel like I've said much, but it's not a particularly long book that you can talk loads about, so yes. If I've inspired you to read any of Nabokov's work, or if you've read any of Nabokov's work, then please let me know what you think of him in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!